everyone. I hope you are well. I am back. I have to say I'm really sorry for what happened yesterday. I was online after about 20 minutes, and then we had a difficulty on the other side where we couldn't go live anymore. You guys couldn't ask any questions anymore. So I think we just had problems with Teams in general. I think there's lots of people that are currently using Teams, so I have to apologize for that and for me being late to our class, but you don't have to worry. We are going to continue with our productive session, so I hope you had a nice rest yesterday. I did try and attend to everyone's questions after I came on. So I hope you guys all understand, and I just want to thank you for your patience. Okay, so let's get back to maths. I hope you are ready for a productive math session. Let's go. If you've just joined, welcome. My name is Shante. I will teach you the grade 10 maths. You will only see me today, tomorrow and Friday, and then you will be getting someone new on Tuesday, as I'm teaching accounting as well, so there will be a new math teacher on Tuesday. Okay, so if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this class with me. So the previous lesson we struggled a bit with simultaneous linear equations, and we struggled to see, okay, what should I do? Especially I asked you to do number 2, number 3, and you guys struggled a bit. So today I want to just stop and I want to explain the concept to you. I made an Excel and I added some steps for you guys, and then I also want us to just quickly do another one, which is question 4. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing today in regards to simultaneous linear equations. Then we're going to move on to factorization. So we're finally getting to factorization today, and I can't wait. Okay, then, okay, so today is Wednesday, and so Thursday and Friday, so this will need to change. Let's just quickly change it. So Thursday and Friday, let's just add it for you so that there's no confusion. Okay, so Thursday and Friday, we will be doing trig. Okay, so we'll be doing that. I know there was a lot of you that asked, ma'am, when are we going to get to this? When are we getting to it? Don't you worry, we'll be getting to it tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you all have your thinking caps on for today and then for the last 2 lessons with me. I just want to say that we've now moved to this new platform. We've moved away from Zoom. So if you want to meet me here tomorrow at 4 again, I would love to see you. I need you then, if you haven't already, go to www.africateamgeeks.co.za and register your email so that we can send you a link. Okay, so then you can click on that link and then they'll allow you into my classroom, and then we can meet here and do some trig. Okay, if you want to follow us on social media, please follow us on Africa Team Geeks. Okay, so now let's see, is there any questions? Okay, let me do, first of all, greet everyone. It's nice to see some familiar names. Let me take some time to meet everyone. Hi, Anonymous. It's glad to see you back. I would love to know your name. Horse Crazy. Do you understand what we're going to do today? Do you understand what we'll be talking about? Hi, Miss P. It's nice to see you. I'm sorry again for yesterday. Hi, Pat. I want to go back to Zoom as well, but our African Team Geeks management has decided that this is the best platform. Okay, Pat, so that's why we're using it. But I did see you gave me some instructions yesterday on how to fix my laptop. Thank you for that. Okay, Itu, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Yes, Miss Fee, I don't want to leave. Maybe you can ask management for them to keep me because I would like to stay. Okay. Hi, Arthur. It's nice to see you. Hi, Pax. Or was it Pax? I'm not sure if it was Pat or Pax that helped me, but thank you anyway. It's nice to see you, Pax. Hi, Timo. How are you? Timolo. And then Nokzolo. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Okay, Lois, how are you? Is it Anele? Okay, Hermia, hi. It's nice to see you. Annika, welcome. It's nice to see you guys. It's really nice to see some familiar names. Okay, so we did, in regards to simultaneous linear explanations. Oh, linear equations, look at me wanting to explain now. Okay, so in regards to that, we did number 2 and then we did number 3 and 4. So I want us to quickly have a look at number 2 and then we'll do number 4. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time to do number 4, but before we do number 4, let's quickly look at number 2. So what I've done here is I said to you guys that there's a few steps to follow. And I don't know where's our friend Kumo, but I'm sure he'll join, or maybe we'll see him tomorrow. But he especially said that he struggled with number 2. So the step 1 we need to follow is I want to get only B or A. Okay, so now I've written down steps. So I took number 2, the number 2 we did, and I placed it into Excel format so that we can look at what we should actually be doing. And maybe my additional steps to the memo might help you guys. Okay, so I want you to maybe take a photo of this, screenshot it again, like we always do, for some extra additional notes. Okay. Okay, so now we have equation 1 and we have equation 2, right? So the first step is I want to get either A or either B, because now can you see that I have 2 unknowns? Okay, I have a unknown and a B unknown, and I want 1 alone. So in this example, it's easier to get A away, right? To only get B alone, because if I add, look here, a minus, if I add a minus to this whole equation, can you see that it's basically just going to take A minus A, so that's basically just going to be 0. Okay, so we are perfectly happy, we are perfectly fine. Okay, so it says step 1, I want to get only A or B. In this example, A is the easiest because you can basically just minus 2 from 1. Okay, how do we do that? So I say to you, remember, now because I'm minusing it, I have to then put a minus in front. What is my second step? The next step, do that, okay? Can you see that because it's a minus in front of the bracket, I need to take this minus and I need to physically multiply it in. If I multiply it in, look what happens. Okay, I have minus A, which meets my objective. That is what I want to do. I want to get A away. So I got A away. But because I need to then put a minus in, I need to minus this, that becomes minus 3B. Can you see? Because it goes into, I'm multiplying it into the bracket. So therefore, I have minus 3B. Can you also see that if I have to do that, I also have to do it at 9. So it's going to go in minus 9, okay? So what happens now? Now I can just do normal basic minus them from each other. So I say A minus A, so that gives me 0, right? Then I have a plus 7B and I have minus 7B, so that's 4B. Okay, 49 minus 9 gives me 40. Let's look at my second step. Second step is then to just do your normal equations like you would in a normal circumstance. I want to get B alone, so I just want my B. Okay, how do I do that? Can you see that there's a B, a 4 before the B, so I just go 4B divided by 4. Why? Because the 4s can then cancel each other out. Remember in, I think it was Monday's lesson or Tuesday's lesson, what I Monday's lesson. So what I do on this side, I have to do on this side. So therefore, I say 40 divided by 4, and I get B is 10. Okay, now that I have step 1, I did step 1, I got only B. So this is the value of B. Now I can go to my third step. So I want to get A and B. So I want to make sure that B's are known. We have B now, it's 10. But I also want to make sure that A is a known. So how do I do that? I take this B10 because my value of B is 10. And I simply go substitute it in 1 or 2. So you can either substitute it in 1 or in 2. It doesn't matter. A will always be the same. Okay, so now what do? I have substituted, can you see here, B 10 into B's place because the value of B is 10. Okay, so that gives me an answer of 30. When I take it over the rainbow, remember that changes the sign. Okay, so we have A is equal to 9 minus 30, and therefore we have an answer of minus 21. Okay, let's quickly look at the chat box to see, did this help? Quickly give me an indication. Hi Karabo, it's nice to see you. Oh crap, okay, you asked me to zoom in now. Okay, and I didn't see. So let's go like this. It's not a problem. Let's just fix it so I can see you can see me, I can see you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hi Matt, hi Sean, hi Luca, hi Amy. Amy, there wasn't a lesson yesterday. Hi Little, because I had some technical difficulties, and then we only had half an hour left, and then we couldn't give it live onto YouTube as well. Okay, let's see. Luca, Sean, Matt, Tumelo. Okay, I zoomed in. Can you see a bit better? I'm not sure about that. Why do we minus? Okay, we need to minus for the basic reason that I want to get either A or either B alone. Okay, the reason for that is because I have two unknowns, I have to get them. So the first one is I'm just going to get one unknown first, which was B, and then I'm going to get the second unknown, which is A. Okay, and in order for me to get B alone, I need to minus A, so I need to eliminate A. Okay, horse crazy, I need to eliminate A. Okay, that's why I'm minusing. Sometimes you're going to add, it all depends on what the number is in front of your A or your B or your X or your Y, so that you can get one of these terms away. Okay, is your Q&A now showing? As I can see, you are asking questions. Karabo, I've zoomed in. Can you see better? Sorry, I didn't see your question. So you saw what I saw. Okay, so I hope that's better. Okay, Miss B, she says that she thinks she gets it now. That's great. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Arthur says he wants me to use the substitution method. Okay, Karabo says he sees that. Can you see that I'm using the substitution in step 3 as well? So I'm showing you both. Okay. The substitution method, Arthur, will then just be where you will get A. Let's say A is equal to then it will be minus 3b plus 9. And then I'll add this into A's place. Okay. Hi, Poppy. Yes, horse crazy. So you eliminate one unknown. Okay. Noxolo, she says she doesn't understand step 1. Okay. Step 1 is to basically, all you do is you say, okay, I want to get A's answer and get B's answer, right? So how do I do that? First of all, I then need to get one unknown away because currently I have two unknowns. So step 1 is then to try and get one unknown alone. So now I've decided I want B. So in order to do that, I have to eliminate A just to get B. Can you see? To get B. And then I go and I get A's answer. Okay. No, this isn't the only method. You can use the substitution method. If there's time, I'll quickly show it. I just want us to move on. So maybe while you guys are busy with doing number 4, Arthur, I'll quickly show the substitution method on number 3. Okay, so Hermia, you got it. Great. Okay, so what I want you to do is quickly do number 4. Ooh, this is not going to work. If you guys like me to zoom into. So, you like 150, right? Okay, I know my customers. So, please quickly do number 4. And while you guys are doing number 4, then after we've marked number 4, I'll quickly show the substitution method on 3. Miss P, we're doing number 4. Okay. 4.6, number 4. Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly explain to you what we are doing because we're running out of time. If we want to do factorization, Arthur, if there's time in the lesson, I'll quickly explain to you the substitution method. But I just quickly want us to do number 4, so I'm sure everyone's with me, and then start with factorization, okay? I can't now show you the... I'll do it, I'll maybe prepare it. Let's do that. I'll prepare it and then quickly tomorrow just show it to you, okay? Because otherwise you can see my whole desktop. So for me now to type it out, it's going to take some time. So I'll just do it for you so that tomorrow we do it first thing and then we can go on. I hope you find that as an okay solution. So everyone, I hope you get y as 2 and x as 1. Did you get the solution? Let's see. Did you get that? Let's hope so. Okay, how did they get that? Okay, yeah, I might answer a few of your questions. Thanks, Arthur. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Then we won't waste time on me typing it out and doing it. So I'll prepare it for you. And then, yeah. Okay, good, Miss P. All done. Great. Let's quickly look at our answer. So we have 2x plus 3y is equal to 8 is our first equation. Our second equation is therefore 3x plus 4y is equal to 11. Okay. Now, my first objective is to find something, so the lowest common denominator, that it can somehow, I can somehow minus something, okay? So, okay, just quickly want to reply here. Great, you guys got it right, so that's good. So let's quickly see. So I don't have anything that I can times just the one equation to get an answer. So I have to times both equations, okay? I have to multiply both equations with something in order to get, let's say, the x away. So in this step, we decided, okay, we're going to say 1, the first equation, times 3 to get 6x, okay? So we're going to say 2 times 3 is 6x, okay? 3 times 3 would be 9y. 3 times 8 is 24. Then we go on to the next question, okay? And we say, okay, 2 times 3 is 6x. 2 times 4 is 8y. 2 times 11 is 22, okay? So now I can go and I can say, okay, these two are the same. So if I do bracket and I minus these, if I minus number 4 from number 3, okay, remember now this sign will change and this sign will change, remember, okay, because like in my example, if that's in a bracket, then obviously I'm going to have to times that minus in, okay. So let's see, we have 6x minus 6x is 0. Then we have 9y. Now this changed because we have a bracket, remember, and we have a minus. So that goes 9y minus 8. Y is equal to 1y. So you can leave the 1 there, or you can leave, just write a y, it's fine. Then we have 24 minus 22, and that gives me 2. Okay. Then we have y now, so now I need x. So we have one unknown. Now the objective is to step number 3 is to get the second unknown. How do I do that? Okay, I just go and I do substitute this 2y, right, into my equation. So here they said, okay, we're going to substitute it into 3. So we say 6x is equal to 18 y Okay, that gives me 24. Because it's 9 times 2, that gives me 18. Remember, 9 times 2 is 18, and that says 24. Then I'm taking this over the rainbow. It's becoming a minus, so it's 24 minus 8. Okay, that gives me an answer of 6. Now I want to get 6 away. Can you see that x is therefore 1? I think yes, please write the solution. You will always get an extra mark. Okay. Okay. So Ms. P, you asked me how did I get to the second, to number 4, equation number 4. Can you see that I timesed my second equation with 2? So I said 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 11 is 22. Why? Because I want to get both of these as 6. Okay, that's why I had to times it. I had to times the second equation by 2. Good, Anke. Horse crazy, that's fine. But I would suggest you go write solution 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. Tumolo, you asking me where did that come from? So I hope I answered your question. I need you to get the x away. I just want you to get y first. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that that 2 and the 3 is actually the same so that I can minus it. Do you understand? So I can take it away. I can minus it away. So therefore, in order to get this as 6, because there's can you see between 2 and 3, the lowest common denominator is 6. So in order to get that, I have to then write 3 times 2 and 2 times 3, if that makes sense. Miss P, you say you know where you went wrong. I'm happy. Okay. Okay, are we happy to move on? We have 15 minutes left, so let's try and see how much of fractions we can do, and then we'll just continue with fractions tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Anonymous. So the solution is X and Y. So it's always in alphabetical order. So you remember with A, with number 2, can you see A is minus 21? So that's minus 21 and then that's 10. So that's always in alphabetical order. So yes, you have to eliminate it. Amy, it's not wrong. It's not wrong if you use the substitution method as long as you got the answer. Okay. Hermia, that's also perfectly fine. So there's more than one method. I'm explaining it my method. Arthur did ask me to use the substitution method tomorrow. I'll quickly show you before we go on. But yes, that's perfectly fine. What fractions are you talking about? No. Okay, guys, very important. Not smallest to biggest, hey? Not smallest to biggest. Alphabetical order. Look at the A and look at the B. Okay, that's very important. Not smallest to biggest, no. Look here, have a look here. Anonymous, look, have a look at number. Have a look at number, this one, and have a look at number 3. So number 3's answer was 3 and minus 1. But can you see that P in the alphabet comes before Q? Okay, so that's PQ. Remember, this is AB. This is XY. Okay, this is also XY. Can you see? So it's not in smallest to biggest. Okay, it's in alphabetical order. Something you should note. Pat, I'm not sure. That depends on your school. Okay, that depends on your school if you guys going to do this again. This is usually
if you've done it before, then I'm sure that won't be taught again in grade 10, but maybe it depends on the teacher. What answer to Molo? Okay, we're going to do factorization now. I'll give you, let's see, Tomolo, that's a pleasure. I'm not sure, Miss P, where. Okay, maybe are you talking about this times 3 and times 2, Miss P? Are you talking about that? Just give me an indication. Oh, sorry, I mean factorization. I don't mean fraction, sorry. Okay, quickly before I move on, Miss P, quickly indicate to me, do you want me to explain this that Tumulo asked? Okay, so I'm just quickly repeating myself. Tumulo and Miss P asked me why in the world am I doing this times 3 and this times 2? Okay, guys, the objective here is to look at my step 1. So in this one, it's either X or A. So you guys can just change this now to X or Y. Okay, there comes in my Afrikaans, X or Y. So here, can you see that there's nothing the same? So even if I say this whole 2 equation, if I minus it from 1, I can't, right? So what does it mean? I need to find the lowest common denominator in order, and then times it by that in order for this to be the same. Can you see? In order for both to be 6, so I can just eliminate 6x. So I can eliminate x. So the lowest common denominator between 2 and 3 is 6. So therefore, I have to times this whole equation by 3 in order for this to get 6. And I have to times this by 2 to get this whole equation with 2. Okay. Hope that helps. Okay. So let's go on to factorization. Let's start with that. While it's loading. Here we go. Are you ready? I hope you are. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I don't really want to work through all of these theory things. All it says is here is our factors, here's our terms, okay? And then to factorize, we need to take our terms and we need to put it into factors, okay? So can you see these are all our terms? And in order, when I talk about factorization, I need you to put all of these terms into factors, okay? Yes. Nuxolo, yes, it always has to be in alphabetical order. Just quickly answering that question. Okay, so now let's continue. So if I have 2a and 6, can you see that if I take out a 2, I need to see, this is how you should think. So put on your factorization thinking cap and think. Okay, if I look at 2a plus 3, what can I take out in both terms? Remember, there's a plus in between, so there's 2 terms, okay? What distinguishes one term from another to see, okay, do I have 1 term, 2 terms, or 3 terms? I look at if there's a plus or a minus in between. So 2a plus 6, okay. What can I take out of both of these, of this term and this term, that's the same? Okay, it doesn't always have to be an A or an X or a B. It doesn't always have to be a letter. It can be a number. So let's see. I can take out 2 because if I take out 2 here, then that leaves me with A. And I also can take out a 2 here and that leaves me with 3. So that's very important. Okay. We are going to move on to all of these, but I just quickly want to explain the easy one so that you guys get the hang of it. Okay, is my screen better now? Utu, is my screen better now? Okay, hope so. Let's look at finding products and factorizing are reverse processes, it says. So you will only be able to factorize well if you are aware that it is the reverse process to multiplication. So like we said, instead, so to create terms, we had to then times this 2 in like we always did. Okay, now it says, and you know all your products really well. Products are generally easy to do, but you must do more than just work them out. You must observe and really analyze the different kinds very carefully. Seeing properly how they work will make the reverse process much easier. Okay, so let's see. Remember, this is equal to that. So exactly the same way, this just the other way around. Okay, so remember, and then two expressions, okay? These are obviously equal to this, okay? Very important tip. When taking out a common factor, the number of terms to follow in the bracket must be the same as the number of the terms in the original expression. Let's see what they mean. Basically, what they mean is, can you see there's two terms? Because I said what distinguishes one term from the next if there's a plus or a minus, okay? So there's a plus or a minus now, right? So therefore, can you see there's two terms? But now when I factorize, can you still see there's two terms? Because when I multiply, it becomes, this is one term, two term, okay? Okay, good. Yes, anonymous. Okay, hi, Sugar. Well, I'm hoping by the end of this lesson and the end of tomorrow's lesson, you won't have some nightmares about this section, okay? Let's see. We have 5 ways of factorizing. Maybe we will only, okay, today we will only be able to do common factors and just one quick exercise. I don't know if we even have time to do one quick exercise, but let's have a look. Let's maybe do this. Let's look at common factors, okay, because we have 5 minutes left. And then let's look at one example. And then tomorrow we will start doing the activities. Okay, so we have 5 ways to factorize. So today we're just doing the theory then of factorization, and tomorrow we'll be putting all we learned into practice. Okay, so that means that tomorrow we will be doing factorization, and then on Friday we will be doing trig. Okay, I hope you're ready. Okay, let's see. We have common factors, so always look out for this, no matter how many terms. So this is important, okay? Then we have the difference between two squares, and maybe Miss P, this will answer your question, but there's 5 ways, okay? So the first one is taking out the common factor. The second step is then the difference between two squares, and this is usually appropriate when there are two terms, okay? We have a trinomial, way of factorizing. This is usually when there's 3 terms, grouping 4 or 5 terms, sum or difference of cubes when there's 2 terms. Okay, so maybe this is also a good thing to quickly screenshot this so I know you guys have a good idea of what we're doing. Utu, it's nice to see you for the first time. I think our host will be able to help you with links. The notes I am giving you is in the class, and then you can screenshot from here, take photos. So this is the material I give you. Okay. Nixolo, can you please explain the other, the one after that? Okay, we will explain it if we get to. So you want me to explain this, right? Or this one, right? So I'll explain this when we get to the difference between two squares in Xolo. Okay. Poppy. Okay. That's fine, Arthur. I can't say that makes both of us because I need to teach you that, but I'll make sure that you at least understand the basics before I hand you off to another teacher. Okay. So let's just quickly, the last 2 minutes, look at this exercise, this finding a common factor before I leave you. Okay, finding a common factor. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so we have AB plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Can you see that the A here is my common factor? Okay. So the reverse is also then true if AB and AC is A and then you times it B plus C, because why? Because A is the common factor. There's an A in both terms. Okay. So all that means is that what I explained to you now, they're just taking a long method to say, listen here, in order for me to write this bracket, what do I need to do? So they say, consider the expression AB plus AC. The first term has a factor A and B, and the second one has a factor A and C. They therefore have the factor A in common. We've seen that, we've discussed it. Because they have the factor A in common, we can take out this factor as follows and create the following bracket. So we can create the bracket A is equal to, okay? Then we need to see, okay, what needs to be in this bracket? How can I fill this bracket? It says, divide A into each term. So I'm going to say, okay, A divided into AB is equal to B. Then I'm going to add B here. I'm going to write B here. Then can you see there's a plus? So therefore, my middle term is in my brackets, my sign is going to be a positive sign. A divided into AC will therefore give me C. And we have to add C in here. So each term from the given expression must be represented by the bracket, because if at the end I times A into the bracket with AB and I times the other A into the bracket, I have to therefore get AB and AC. I have to get the exact same term. Okay, let's see if there's any last questions. Utu, you can use a screenshot. You can look on your laptop, there's a knoppy or a button called print screen. You press that and you open a word and you paste it in there. Okay, but there is notes on the website, Tumolo says. Okay. Okay. So that concludes our class for today. I hope that answers all your questions. We will continue with factorization tomorrow, and then we'll do trig on on Friday. Okay. You guys should have a good day. Bye, guys.